set. And away they go from the 2,000 metre marker. Nice beginning, this one. Green with Envy, though, drops out to be one of the trailers early on. And it's William Iron Arm who shows the way as they go to the 1,600. Flagman races second. Midwinter Wind is on the outside. Back in fourth position is Pure Predator. Hot to Ruby. Then comes Barbaresco. Chlui's further back. Then the Grey King. And Green with Envy. 12, 13 lengths off. They're allowing William Iron Arm to escape. The rider looks over his shoulder. They're there by 4 or 5. Flagman second. On the outside comes the Grey King. No, the pace is too slow, and there goes the Grey King now to set the fractions. Hotter Ruby's on the outside. William Iron Arms back in third, and Flagman in the all blue. Then Pure Predator, Midwinter Wind. They're followed further back by Barbaresco, Chluichlui, and Green with Envy's the trailer, and that's racing still 10, 11 lengths off the leader. They approach the 800 in the Daily News, and that leader is the Grey King. The saddle could have slipped on the Grey King, leads it by 4 lengths. Hotter Ruby, William Iron Arm, Chluichlui is on the move on the outside, then comes Flagman. Further back, Midwinter Wind, and then Pure Predator. The Grey Barbaresco and Green with Envy's going to come around them. Still got 7 or 8 to go in the Daily News. Chluichlui now taken it up. The Grey King, Green with Envy's hooked out, got 3 or 4 to go. William Iron Arm and Flagman's running on. Chluichlui, Green with Envy's now put to the test, and Green with Envy comes into the lead. Flagman's trying to throw out the challenge. Green with Envy from Flagman over the last 100. Green with Envy, Flagman won't go away. Green with Envy and Flagman at it. Green with Envy just made it, Flagman. And then came Barbaresco. What a thriller.
Craig Zackey, the jockey of Green with Envy. There's so much I've got to ask you. First of all, the contrasting lead through the race. William Iron Arm was off. There was no turning back. And then all of a sudden, halfway through the race, the pace changed again. There was a new leader. Looked like you went even harder. A lot of guys were blinking. You didn't. Were you uncomfortable sitting that far back?
Not necessarily. Alistair, you get a lot of stress riding this horse. So many people rely on him. He's so laid back and so soft. And I didn't think the pace was going to be that on. So out the gates, the Grey King obviously missed a big beeline for him. And I had to take a check. And he didn't like that at all. He dropped another 2.5 lengths back. Now we're going flat out. I can't make up 4 lengths early in the race. I'll burn him before the straight. Then he sort of got in a rhythm. The pace was still as on as it can be. I just let him be, let him breathe. And I mean, 900, there was a bit of argy-bargy. I was able to make up 2 lengths there. And then, he's just sensational. You pull him out, he waits for you, and you just pop the question, and it's instantaneous. Hung in, which wasn't comfortable. Always putting himself off balance, but thought an incredible victory from where he was to how he ended it off.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much went wrong? Was that 10 out of 10 absolute nightmare for 2,000 meters?
Look, being far back, it's anxiety, but I've trusted this horse from day one, and I can push him. I can have him 3 lengths closer racing on the bit, but I don't know if he's going to give me this kick he's been giving me. He breathes and he's so calm around. He saves up so much. People don't understand that. That's why that kick's so really, really good, and that's his asset. He is a horse who's still improving. He's soft. He's going to be a proper 4-year-old, and who knows, maybe when the penny drops, he starts racing, he could have a different style in the next year or 2.
Just talk us through those last 200 meters.
Yeah, he was hanging in. I was just keeping him balanced, showing him the whip. I didn't really want to beat him up. We need officials going into the July, and we couldn't afford to let this race flatten him. But he's as game as they get, he's as tough as they get, and he's just got that much more heart than the others.
How much are you looking forward to the first Saturday of July? Hollywood Vets Durban, July 6th to July. We must have a big ring on the calendar already.
Yeah, very, very excited. Not every day you get to ride the favourite in one of the biggest races in SA. I need to work on my stress levels. Coming into this race was a bit nervy, but I'll find a way to work around that. Back to this fella, Mr. Kannemeyer, Nicolette, Julius and the guys. They deserve all the credit. Great training peak, great team, great horse, and we just really, really chuffed.
Another great one. Well done, Craig.
Thanks, Ali. Well done to Christine, to Kai Stables, to Jean Malherbe, to my sponsors, Maritz Fontaine, Boschrift, once again to the Daily News and everyone involved. Thank you.
Craig Zackey, the winning jockey of the Daily News 2000. Green with Envy, the horse. And a little story that I've got with Craig and I. We left Hollywood Bets Durbanville a number of months ago. He got beaten at short price. And Craig said,